Introducing a new technology layering engine for broadcast, live venues, and presentations. Multi-lane keying and mixed effects with an extraordinary intuitive iPad interface. New from Ensemble Designs.
Hi, I'm Michael Grotticelli with Broadcast Engineering Magazine and Broadcast Engineering Online. Here today with Dan Billings. He's Director of Operations and Technology for Waterman Broadcasting in Fort Myers, Florida. Thanks.
Hi, good morning.
Now you oversee two stations, right, in your facility? Are they both come out of the same station, and what are the call letters?
Well, we have WZVN, which is the ABC affiliate, and then we have WBBH, which is our NBC affiliate.
Great. And then do they come out of the same facility?
They come out of the same facility. The transmitters are both in the same location.
Great.
Same antenna even. So
great. Now both stations are HD at this point, right? Broadcasting in local HD?
Yes.
Was that a big challenge to get there? Talk about a little bit of what the process was like.
Well, we started out early. We were the first ones in the market to be HD. And
what year was that?
That was 2002 in October. We went on the air.
So really?
Yeah.
Good.
And I've just built through the years and built one step onto the next, and basically found that good planning is a key to the whole thing.
And did I hear right that you actually been thinking about it for some 10 years beforehand?
Right.
Yeah.
And of course,
you had a lot of vision.
Yeah, it's somewhat of a moving target. You know, we had to adjust as things went along in technology, but you know, I feel for some of the stations that basically haven't done anything to this point or very little, and still have it all to do it now, because it'll be a challenge for them.
But some people say they were smart to wait because now it's all HD equipment and it's fairly cheaper than when you bought
Right,
it.
absolutely. That's definitely an advantage. We're on our second generation of HD encoders now, and probably soon to go to third generation. So, yeah, I mean, they could jump right into third generation, and we'd skip all the other stuff.
And learn from the benefits of your mistakes.
Right, absolutely. but you know, in broadcasting, to me, the whole thing is about being on the leading edge and sometimes on the bleeding edge. It's just, that's what makes life fun for an engineer.
There you go. So speaking of the leading edge, and there's a lot of competition coming from different platforms that are non-broadcast, like Netflix, things like that. How do you see that competition? Is that real competition for you, do you think?
Well, we've actually embraced it. I mean, we have quite a large group of folks that all they do is our web, and they do the Facebook and the tweets and all of that.
Okay.
They cover the whole gamut.
But as far as the Netflix, where people are not watching television shows, they're watching, videos and whatnot, or they're watching television shows but not from your station.
Right.
What do you feel about that?
Well, there's always going to be people that'll divide up the pie, but we still have free television, and they don't.
There you go.
So,
good point. Getting a little bit back to technology, a lot of stations are moving toward kind of automated systems, reducing headcount, but also just it makes them more efficient. How do you feel about automated processes versus manual processes?
Well, as far as automation goes, we do use it. We use Grisman. We use it more as a means to allow people to do more rather than trying to do it with less.
Okay.
I've never felt that we could get by with less people. Just do more in the newer technologies and so forth. Actually, some of the workflow is actually more complex now with transcoding and so forth involved than it was when you just threw a tape in and went with it.
Sure.
So.
What about automated production?
So far, no.
No
automation.
Great. And what about things like graphics packages and stuff to make you have two stations, obviously.
Right.
You want them to look differently. Do you use the same graphics packages?
No, they're slightly different. We have a graphics department that designs graphics for both sides, and they each have their own emphasis and direction they go with it to bring out the best in that particular station.
Great. And last question is, what do you see the future like? What's the 10 years from now? What will you be doing? Will you have the same job? Will you be doing the same job?
I don't know. I mean, with the...
Will you retire? That's what I hear a lot. I'm retiring in 10 years.
No, I mean, a lot of folks did that back when HD was a thing. A lot of the engineers said, "Oh boy, I don't want to deal with this. I'm an analog guy." Right. But I've never been like that. I always embrace the new, and it looks like now we're talking 4K, 8K.
Is that realistic for your local broadcast station? 4K acquisition?
Yeah, I think it's, with the new compression technologies. H.264, of course, is state of the art now.
Yep.
We're talking H.265,
Yep.
MPEG-H, ATS2, ATS3, all of that stuff. Whether it comes to fruition in my tenure in the broadcast business, I don't know. It's going to be a big expense, and right now broadcasters need to get their money out of what they've invested in the regular ATSC at this point.
Right. And they shouldn't fear the future, is what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely not.
Great.
No, I think it's awesome.
Great.
I'd like to stick around another 20 years to do it.
Well, I hope you do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
This is Mike Bartoselli, Broadcast Engineering and Broadcast Engineering Online. Thanks.